Joe. Crazy Joe. Yeah, I'm Crazy Joe. I be running through the snow. Got no pants, got no shirt, got no mother.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Crazy Joe, and I have another physical media review for you today. This one comes from our friends at Warner Archives. To those who don't know, Warner Archives is a division of Warner Brothers that makes films on demand, maybe movies that are a little more obscure that they don't think would necessarily sell as well at retail, so therefore they're made on demand. Today, I have a science fiction film from 1971. This was the pilot episode of a television series that never got picked up, but it did play theatrically in some countries. This is 1971's Earth 2. Earth 2, starring Gary Lockwood. Now, if you don't know Gary Lockwood, he starred in the classic Stanley Kubrick film 2001: A Space Odyssey, and he played Captain Kirk's best friend, Gary Mitchell, in the pilot episode of Star Trek Where No Man Has Gone Before. In this particular story, excuse me, I'm a little sick. In this particular story, Earth 2 is the name of a space station orbiting Earth, and Gary Lockwood is the commander of the space station. It is an international space station, and we kind of cut to the launch of the initial crew, then go forward a few years where others are coming to join the crew of the space station. And they've now several years in operation. A Chinese nuclear warhead shows up in space very close to the station, and they think there's a danger of the Chinese are going to detonate this warhead and destroy Earth 2. So they're on a quest to kind of disarm the bomb, save the station. Like I said, this is a pilot episode of a TV series. They did think that a weekly series was going to follow. It did not. What can I say about this? Wow. It is very 70s. This is very 70s sci-fi. What I mean by that is 70s sci-fi was a little bit slower than the sci-fi we have now. Everything was very slower paced. If you watched any old 70s sci-fi movies, you'll know what I mean. I think Star Wars was the first one that kind of came in and really picked up the pace, which is interesting because the sci-fi films of the 60s, like Planet of the Apes, they weren't as slow and deliberate as the 70s sci-fi is very slow moving. It's interesting. It's interesting, but it's 90 minutes and it feels like it should have been an hour. It just kind of goes longer than it should have. Also, and look, it's a TV pilot. I get it. Budget's going to factor in. But most of the rooms in this space station just look like somebody's living room on like a 70s sitcom. Like one of the characters, we go to his quarters where he's sitting with his family. I got a still shot. Here it is. Tell me that doesn't look like the Brady Bunch house. This is a room on a space station, and it looks like it came right off the Brady Bunch. So I don't know about the set design on this show. It was a little weak, I think. But as for the disc itself, the image looks great. Like this is a really, really nice HD image for a show that was made for television in 1971. It looks beautiful. It's in the original television aspect ratio. That's something you want. Good quality here. Good quality. The only bonus feature you get is a trailer. That's it. There is no DVD option, just the Blu-ray. There is no digital code. You don't usually get a digital code with Warner Archive. So there you go. This is available now. You can get this through Warner Archive's website. You can get this on Amazon. You're not going to really be able to find this in a brick and mortar store because it's Warner Archive. But there it is. 1971's Earth 2. I'll tell you a little something. I was confused when I got this. It wasn't what I expected. I thought I was going to be watching... I thought Gene Roddenberry was behind this. I thought this was a Gene Roddenberry pilot. I was thinking of Genesis 2. Gene Roddenberry did a pilot called Genesis 2, and I got the two mixed up. I'm like, 70s sci-fi pilot that never got picked up. That's Roddenberry. But no, Earth 2, Genesis 2, two totally different shows. So there you go. This is not Gene Roddenberry's Genesis 2, which I don't know. That was my dumb confusion. I got the titles mixed up. I personally didn't love this. I didn't love this, but the disc is nice. It's a nice presentation. If this is something that you've been a fan of, if you've been waiting, if this is something you watched back on TV in the 70s, or maybe you're in one of the countries that showed it theatrically and you've been, Where's Earth 2? You're not going to be disappointed with this disc. It looks really good. So thank you to Warner Archives for this review copy. And as always, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the plastic feet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Tell everyone to me.
Keep wearing those pajamas
with the back door flap.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Don't open it, a trap.
Oh no,
it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander Adamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas.
Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas.
I know we're having fun.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
And now the song is done.